Today I'm going to just kind of discuss my morning routine, what I do when I wake up, and how I get my prime for the day basically. So generally I didn't used to have a morning routine like 5-6 years ago, but after that I do kind of have a structure what I kind of like to follow, so that my day starts in a right tone, to be precise. Sometimes I miss a bit out of it, but I feel if I have a structure that I'm following, it helps me to kind of have the day prepared. So that's what I do. So the first thing that I will do is that when I wake up, I'll make myself, first thing I'll do, I make my bed. It said that if you are making your bed, that's the first win of my day. So I'll prepare my bed, and then I'll obviously brush my teeth, but then I'll go to the kitchen, and boil some water, and with that I will pour some green tea. I'll make some green tea, and the first thing in the morning, green tea I'll have. Along with that, I'll have a kind of a lemon, lemon water along with the green tea. So that kind of sets the mood. I boil 6 eggs, not for me, 2 for me and 4 for my dogs. I've got 2 Dobermans, 2 German Shepherds. So I will kind of boil these 6 eggs. Either it might be, from the previous night, I might have boiled it and kept it in the fridge. So in that case, I'll basically ensure that, the boiled eggs are taken off. While I do that, I'll put, I'll take up some bread, and I'll make basically 5 sandwiches, for 4 for my dogs and 1 for me, and we'll have the sandwiches. While I start my day, I put on these AirPods, and I start my day by having some kind of a podcast of my kind of favorite podcaster or YouTuber, something very positive, maybe something regarding Zen or productivity, or maybe some inspirational something. That's how I'll start my day. And once that rubs in, so I'm setting the mood, it's just getting the right things. I do not check my phone the first thing in the morning. I will not do it because I just feel it distracts me a lot if I first thing in the morning I check my phone. So I've got like 3 phones. One phone is for the podcast, so I ensure that I put on that phone on my AirPod, and I listen to it. So by the time I'm done with my food and everything, and it's quite a scene, giving the food to the dogs, so you have to kind of manage a lot of things. And while I speak, my one dog is trying to get on the bed, so that's Bheem. So I've got Bheem, Sheru, Brute, and Beast, 4 dogs. So I talk a lot of white dogs. Okay, so Bheem has just got on the bed, and so that is it. And then if I have to, then I'll start a bit of once that is settled in, and I'll start my work. After that, I'll get into my work. I'll see, I'll check my mails. I'll check if there's anything important that needs to be done. And once that's done, maybe around, so I'll wake up around 7. All these things, so 8 to basically 8 to 9 is the time when I'm kind of doing all these things. I called it the KQ Prime. It's called Krishna Quantum. So that's a whole new thing altogether. I do maintain a document where I have all these things which I need to do, which kind of if I fall off the wagon, it's just like what should I say, sharpening the saw, by Stephen Covey, like he had said. You have to do it every day, right? One day if you take a bath, it's not going to help. You have to do this every day. And I fall off, and then I come back. And once I come back, I have this routine. It's documented. It's now a PDF document on my phone, and through all my devices. So I just check it. Okay, I know it, but I still go through it. So coming back, once I'm done with my first initial part of my work, I like to have the sunlight in. Like you can see, I'm shooting right now in the morning. So if I'm doing a schedule where I can do this in the morning, I try to do it, because sunlight is really helpful, which I've kind of realized over the years, that if you have sunlight around you, It's really, really helpful. It just, your body reacts to a way it gets. It's very important, I think, to have that sunlight. But however, sometimes I do work at nights. I am actually a 90% night owl. But I'm trying to change the habit because I think, as I said, sunlight is very important. So that's one thing. So once I have a bit of that sunlight, getting some work done, I will take a break, say a 15 to 30 minutes break. I'll meditate for 15 minutes, and just it can be Zen meditation. I've done Vipassana. Uh, there are multiple forms of meditation that is. So I do have Headspace. I also have this app called Calm. I also have, Tara Brach's Radical Acceptance, which works for me, which I think Radical Acceptance has a very good guided meditation. So I put it on. I would like kind of sit and listen to it. And, it would just make the quality of my day much better. I think that is how I do it. And once that is done, I'll go and, I'll kind of, I do a bit of journaling after that. I'll write, what are the things I want to ensure that, how my days is going to look like and what I want to achieve from the day. Because if I don't have, apart from obviously I have my work, which, I've got my day job, but apart from that, when I have my free time, when I'm not working, how do I spend that time? That is, if I'm spending that very intentionally, that is very important. So that is what I try to do. So I most probably will have some pointers, like I want to do this. It might be a music project, it might be a shooting, it might be a recording or something. It might be something creative, it might not be something creative, it might be also work related, or I might want to learn something new. I might upgrade myself, upskill myself. So I kind of point, I don't have it written, and if I have it written, I know that it's somehow, if it's going to get done. If it's not even going to get 100% done, I know that at least 70 to 80% though it's going to be done. So that is a big thing on me. I'll also check my calendar. I have I'll show you guys. I have, like this, I have got my whole day kind of planned out in my calendar, if you're able to see. So I've got my whole day kind of planned out. So I'll see how, and what are, if I have any kind of reminders are there, if any meetings are there important. So I'll check in if I have to do some background work regarding that. And yes, once that is done, once my meditation and checking my calendars and kind of setting the tone for the day is done, I will go and attack the day and take on the responsibilities, how the day is going. Now coming to the middle part of it, I'm not only going to discuss the morning routine. I think I started with the morning routine, but let me kind of give you a whole gist of how I want to, how I generally like an ideal day and how this works for me. So by the time, I know in the morning I'm very productive. So if, as I said, when I'm setting the tone, what I want to achieve from the day, apart from my work, before I get into work, I will ensure I give at least 1 hour time to what I want to, take off. So it might be, planning, or it might be writing something down. It might be recording something down, something creative. For me, creativity has two parts. One is the, which comes very, very spontaneously. So that I will do the first thing, in the beginning, at least before lunch. If I can get some creative work done before lunch, I think that really works for me. Once lunch is done, the second part I'm going, through my work and everything that is done. Once my official, day job is done, I will, play on the Xbox. I am a big Halo fan. I'll maybe, play the Forza Horizon 5, or maybe, kind of get into a lot of stuff that is there, so I'll just kind of goof off in the Xbox zone for a while, see the new games that is there. Also scroll through YouTube or Spotify or Apple podcasts for a while to check if that is something there. I won't get into Netflix at that point of time, because if I do, then my day is done. I'll keep it, watching movies or watching some kind of entertainment for the end part of the day. So once I kind of goof around on my Xbox, what I'll do is that after that I will get back to the execution part of it. So the morning part of my planning is where I put on my ideas, my creative ideas, how I want to maybe record a song, or maybe record a project that I'm working on, or anything. So that would be the creative part of it. And if I do have the time, maybe in a weekend when I have that time, I would extend that from the morning or afternoon, and both of the processes, the execution and the planning, would be done in a stretch, because I'll have that long stretch of time to give to myself. But if I have work commitments, then I'll start the day where I'm starting the day, like as I said, planning, and ending the day, as in not ending, and in the second part of the day, I'll maybe shoot it, maybe record it, or maybe write it. Okay, so it will, the execution part of it will be done. So once that happens, after the Xbox playing is done, the game playing is done. But if I'm too excited, I might just skip the Xbox and kind of just get into it. So once that execution part is done from my end, then obviously, so I have lunch around 1:30. I have my breakfast around 9, and I generally do my dinner around 11. And if I am a bit of hungry, I'll maybe have some snacks around 7 p.m. So that is how my food habits are structured. And as I said, once the execution part is done, I will get into, maybe I'll check now the movies, which if there's any good movies I want to catch up on, or any kind of show, TV show or something that is there, or maybe read a book. Book reading is now, I'm more into audiobooks. So that is one habit that most probably I'll say Netflix has ruined and Audible has ruined, kind of reading books. Now I will read a gist of the books, but I will kind of ensure that I'll put on Audible or something on Netflix and do that. So that part is there, but let's see. After I maybe watch it, so I'll have my dinner and watch the whatever is happening together itself. And slowly, obviously it would be a long day. If I'm starting the day around 7, I'm going to, it's going to end a bit late. And maybe if I have some work calls or any kind of communication, I need to do a meeting, or with my team. I've got multiple teams, so if I need to do that, if I want to connect, I will scroll a bit of social media, but I generally avoid that. I only do it on my weekend, because it just kind of distracts me. So yeah, after maybe I watch a movie or something interesting, maybe some sports also, maybe football or cricket, or maybe some tennis, then I will slowly kind of soothe off for the day. Like it, I'll try to end the day with a proper, nice bath, or and then I'll have some green tea. Once again, green tea is very important. Green tea and lemon is very important. So I'll have a hot cup of green tea and reflect. If important, I'll jot down some notes. But that's how it's going to be an ideal day, and how I generally spend my work days. Or if there's not anything, maybe the only change that might happen in the weekend is that friends might come in, I might go out, and generally those additions. Apart from that, I don't think there's much to add to it. And yeah, this is how my routine is, basically, from morning and evening and night. So that is it. And I try to keep it very simple. I don't try to, again, some days if I'm feeling very lazy, I generally don't, try to break the routine, but obviously it happens. But it just helps to have that structure and, kind of do it. So yeah, that was it. Let me know what you guys think about it. And I just felt, it's a pretty sunny morning today, and I thought that I'll share it with you folks. Okay, that was it. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.